everybody, welcome to our next exit. Well, as you can see, we don't have the motorhomes with us on this trip. We're all in the Jeeps and we're headed north, as far north as we can go to the end of the road, and that's going to end up at Prudhoe Bay on the Arctic Ocean. We've been planning this trip up. Pearl and I both have been looking forward to it for almost a year now. Lenny and Angela talked to us last year. They came over and had dinner one night, was playing dominoes, and they told us about their trip up to the Arctic Ocean. Like I said, it's 500 miles. Once we get there, the plan is to dive in and do an Arctic plunge in the land of the midnight sun. But will we actually do it? I don't know. That water looks mighty, mighty cold. But I do know there's only one way to get there, and that's on the Dalton Highway, originally called the Haul Road, and it's a long, dirty, gravelly road to take. But luckily, we didn't have to go it alone. Here's Lenny and then his wife Angela. They kind of put this whole thing together. Angela's taking a picture of Wayne and Carrie in front of the Dalton Highway sign. And then our buddy Don. Don went solo, so that makes 7 of us total. And we've all got our bathing suits packed, and we're headed north, getting ready for that Arctic plunge. So there's a lot of miles of the road that's pretty decent, but most of it is just dirt and rocks and dusty. It's just wicked rough and bumpy. It's 80 miles from Fairbanks up to that Dalton Road sign. Then it's 60 miles up to our first stop, which is the Yukon River, passing over the bridge. It's the Yukon River camps, what they call it. They've got food and lodging and fuel, most important. We didn't buy fuel going up. I think we bought it coming back down, I don't remember. It's about $7 a gallon, 7.5. And then after Yukon River Camp, it's another 60 miles up to the actual, I think it's the latitude of where the Arctic Circle actually starts. They've got another sign that designates that. And then it's another 60 miles to where we spent the night in Coldfoot, Alaska. And that was a pretty remote area. In fact, Pearl and I got lost trying to find the cabins, but we all made it there, and they're pretty rustic, but let me show you. So there's some kind of little Arctic igloo or something here. Arctic Gateway Igloo number 8.
I don't know if they own all that too.
No, they don't. We pulled in there.
So
Don kind of rotated riding with Pearl and I, and then Lenny and Angela. He's a great navigator, so we loved having him with us. Plus conversation. Right here in the middle of nowhere.
Yep. Hard to believe.
Hard to believe they leave all this wrecking yard crap right here.
Well, if I lived up here, I would too. You know, there's nowhere to go get a part. You got to make something.
And where are you going to put it?
Boreal Lodge. See if you can park us in the sun.
In between them?
Yeah, the cab and the sun.
Holy cow.
Oh, this is the Welcome Center?
This is their home.
Oh.
So here's our little cabins in Wiseman. They're a little bit rough, but they're adequate. Maybe set up more for a bunch of guys, hunters or something. Each room has got 2 beds, a little closet. Hi, baby.
Hi, dear.
And that's about it. And it has a little kitchenette here with pots and pans and plates and cups. Once again, adequate. Got an outdoor bathroom and an outdoor shower. And then there is one right up here as well. And to give you an idea of just how big the pipeline is, here's a picture in 1970, in the mid 70s. I flew a Super Cub down, flew a couple of Super Cubs down here. And one of the guys I sold a plane to worked for the pipeline, and he let me take a picture inside of it. So that's me inside the Alaska pipeline in 1976, 77, somewhere.
Roads are getting a little more wore out, huh, baby?
Boy, howdy.
Not as big of potholes, but the asphalt is flat, worn away on the edges.
Absolutely.
And the mountains are getting a little more barren. Trees are a little more skinny.
So we spent the night in Coldfoot, and that's the halfway point. It's up from Fairbanks, 250 miles to Coldfoot. From Coldfoot, it's about 250 miles to Prudhoe Bay. This is the Atigun Pass. It's about halfway, not quite, but it's about halfway. It's a 5,000 foot tall pass, and it has grades up to 12% grade. That's pretty steep down and up, both of them. But for the Jeeps, it really wasn't a big deal, just it was kind of dusty. But on the way back, we ran into a little bit of a traffic jam. We had to pull over and stop for about 30 minutes for this truck hauling a big old, I don't know what it was, some kind of workshop. So for several minutes, we didn't have any idea why they stopped traffic. We thought, well, we didn't know. But Wayne went over and talked to the traffic guy, and then the trucker behind him was talking to him on the CB. And the guy was coming from Valdez. He's got two trucks in the front. I don't know if they're for power or for braking, or maybe both, connected together in series. And then he's got one truck in the back, same thing, I guess, part-time power, part-time for braking. And then there's some kind of platform and the guy's steering, I guess, the rear wheels. And there's two support trucks back behind, I guess, if the brakes get hot on something. It was quite a deal. I think they said it was 24 foot wide, and anybody's guess on how long it is.
Where else could he be going? He started in Valdez?
Started in Valdez on Wednesday, and they're heading for Prudhoe.
It started at Valdez.
Called a pump mod, the guy says. Started in Valdez and is headed to Prudhoe Bay.
Two in the front, three in the back, holding it back.
Three in the back.
Yeah, I think so.
For whatever reason, they unhooked the front truck just once they got on level ground, and I guess that's why they call it the haul road, taking care of business.
Over the road here, it's going under the road.
Yeah. Isn't that different?
Yeah. 20 miles just outside of Deadhorse. And man, there's just not much here.
Nope.
And Deadhorse is right at the Arctic Ocean, so we're almost to the Arctic Ocean.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like the Arctic Ocean, does it?
No, it doesn't. It's 75 degrees outside.
Yeah. But we're getting close. Another 30 minutes, we'll be there.
We made it to the Arctic Ocean.
There it is, the
So
Arctic
the little
Ocean.
community here at Prudhoe Bay is called Deadhorse. I don't know why, but there's only a couple of places for tourists to stay, and everybody else stayed at the Deadhorse camp.
Yeah.
But they don't accept dogs or pets. The only place that would let us have Tinker was this Arctic Fox Environmental, and it's actual bed and breakfast Airbnb.
10:30 at night. Arctic Fox Environment. 5 storage containers. One that way. And 5 on the other side. So 10 storage containers. Notice there are bears and muskox in the area. Both animals have unpredictable behavior and can be dangerous if approached. So we got 2 bedrooms. and kitchen.
And it's by far the better of the two places, I think.
Snacks, said you can have all whatever snacks you want. But the bad thing is the beds are singles. So I got one room, no TV, and then Pearl's in number 2. Got a closet, and then a bathroom, nice shower, nice and tall, toilet. So more than adequate. It feels more like a ship than a container box.
So once you arrive in Deadhorse, the only way to actually get to the Arctic Ocean is a shuttle bus. And you have to apply for a security clearance days ahead of time, but it's pretty simple. And then you come here to Deadhorse, you get on the bus, and they take you out to the ocean.
Did y'all film the icebergs out there? Zoom in on
Yeah,
that?
a little bit.
That's amazing.
It is. That was pretty cool.
I think I see a polar bear.
Might be a polar bear on that.
So we're really here on the perfect day. It's 75 degrees outside, it's beautiful, but everybody's scared to death to get in that ocean.
Is it a little cold, Bob?
It's not as cold as it could be, but it's probably in the high 30s, 38, 40 degrees,
Oh
something
my
like that.
gosh.
You get out about 20 feet further where it gets a little bit deeper, and then it starts getting cold quick, really cold. But we didn't go that far for very long. So we got all kind of things going on. Wayne's trying to get his courage up to get in because it is cold water, even though it might not look like it. Pearl she took off her flip-flops, she put her toes in the water, and that was enough for her. Angela took her flip-flops off, and she waited out a little bit, so
my
everybody
gosh.
got in the water. Don lost his glasses when he stuck his head underwater.
If your shoes are going to come off the barefoot.
Did I just look?
Oh, no, you did not.
Don just lost his glasses.
Oh, no.
But we got to try to find Don's glasses, which we never found them. And then here comes Wayne for the big charge.
Take your shoes off.
And that pretty well sums up our day at the Arctic Ocean. Half of us are looking for Don's glasses. Wayne and Lenny are having horse races out to the freezing water. Angela and Pearl, the only smart ones, they dipped their toes in the water, stood up on the beach, and took videos. It was a fun day. Would we do it again? Not in a million years. I wouldn't trade it for anything, especially with the friends that we went up with. It's quite a crew, and we love every one of them. But it is a long, rugged trip. We're going to head back to Fairbanks. We're going to see if we can find some wildlife. We're going to start the slow grind heading back to the Oregon coast.
It looked like a huge bear to start with, but I guess it's a muskox. I wish you'd turn around.
He did.
Still can't see his head.
Well, he turned around side profile there. Surprised when I get next.
Hi, little fox.
Hi, little guy.
There he goes.
Follow the little stream, see him?
Oh, there he goes, damn it.
Yeah, I got a pretty good video. See?
That's cool. Nice. It sure could be.
Be still, be still, be still.
Angela thinks very young caribou.
We didn't see near as much wildlife as we thought we would. We saw that muskox, we saw a red fox, and a caribou. All of them were at kind of a distance. Would have been nice to see more, but that's still pretty cool. We made the drive back to Fairbanks. We had left our RVs at a Boondockers welcome site, and everything was just fine. We were gone for 5 days. Everything was just fine. We spent that night at the Boondockers welcome. Then we went over to KOA campground for 5 days. Kind of rested up. Did a little celebration with some of our favorite stuff is playing cards at night. Probably 3 or 4 nights a week we'd play cards.
Ready?
Want some Fireball?
Some Fireball.
On the ice cream?
Yeah. Oh, that looks good.
Here, scoop it out. I'm good.
That also, that's it?
That's it.
Chocolate with fun. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Did Carrie get any Fireball yet?
Not yet.
Not yet?
I'm going.
There's some.
Dwayne gonna have Fireball?
Thank you.
I'm having.
Carrie, what are you having?
You gotta do the caramel, I think.
I'm fine.
Okay, well that's about the same thing.
I already got mine in there.
Yeah. You got a lot in yours, yeah, buddy.
Well,
I got a fair amount.
Bob. Maybe a little bit.
Oh, good.
You want some of my
Hiccup.
Snickers?
There you go.
You want chocolate?
Did you get
Or some of my
Fireball?
Snickers?
Yeah, I did.
can you hand me
You don't want chocolate?
No, I'm gonna pass on ice cream tonight. Here, you want to pass that down? And could I have a napkin, please?
Have you tried?
You have to get enough to taste on.
Fireball person.
We kind of said our goodbyes. Pearl and I are going to head to the Oregon coast. The rest of the guys are going to go up to Chicken and Top of the World Highway. And I think they're going back to Banff and Jasper. So we're going to split up. And you want to watch our next video. Things did not go well at all once we split up. And it's Pearl and I. Pearl and I drove this whole... Pearl has drove the whole route. I don't know how many thousand miles, but from Yuma all the way up to Alaska to the Arctic Ocean, and then she's gonna drive all the way back home. What a trooper she is. But we had some serious problems. We thought we were going to have to leave the RV in Alaska, or Canada technically, and drive back home in the Jeep. So you want to see our next video and see how that turns out. It was pretty rough on us. But that kind of wraps this video up. Until we see you guys again next week, keep the wheels rolling, stay safe. We'll see you at the next exit, folks. Bye-bye.